Hi, I'm Stephanie Laska. I lost 140 pounds and created Dirty Lazy Keto. Thanks for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and enjoy the show. Well, you might be wondering, is there a right way to do keto and lose weight? Do you ever wonder that? Like, is there a right way? Am I doing it right? You want reassurance, right? You want to know, are you doing the right things? You've heard it from friends. You've read the books. You think, am I on the right track? But here is the frustrating part about keto and Dirty Lazy Keto. There's no like cookie cutter, one size fits all approach. I wish it were so easy. I really do encourage you to customize this way of eating to make it work forever. You don't want to just follow what somebody else is doing because that might not work for you, right? We're not all the same shape and size. We're not from the same age or background or gender. We don't all have the same medical conditions or health considerations, different medications, hormones. Did I say hormones? We should say that like 5 times. But all of those things combined make the Dirty Lazy Keto weight loss experience unique and special. So the whole cookie cutter, one thing, one way, it doesn't quite work. At least that's how I look at it. But at the same time, I know you want reassurance, especially if you're starting Dirty Lazy Keto, you're new, or you're trying to reinvigorate yourself and get over a slump. So you want some reassurance that you're on the right path. So today, you ready for my giant balloon? Here it is. I'm going to give you 6 reasons, 6 signs to let you know you're on the right track. It's like those people with the airplane with the big red lights, and they're like, this way, landing. Okay, I'm going to give you some 6 signs just to look out for. So it'll be a real quick video, but 6 specific things that you can walk away with today to know. If you're doing these 6 things, you can keep track. You can tell me in the comments. You can be like, I'm doing all 6. I'm doing all 6. And then you know you're on your way to fabulousness because that's what we want, right? We want you to feel confident and move forward and have those achievements. So that being said, I want to spin the wheel because I want you to know if you're commenting today, what prize you are eligible for. So I'm going to pick someone at random from comments. So make sure you're commenting, comment. Comment as much, as often as you want during the video, because I'll pick a person at random to win this prize, which is going to be, ooh, hello, it's a Dirty Lazy Keto Get Started book. So that's the book that started it all. This is, I'm going to give you a little picture so you can see what it is. Do you have this one? Thumbs up if you do. Thumbs up if you've read it. Dirty Lazy Keto Get Started Losing Weight While Breaking All the Rules. It's your guidebook. It's going to teach you every single thing you need to know about the keto diet, how to be successful. And I'll pick someone at random today from the comments to win this book. And I'll even sign it and mail it to you. I know, right? Isn't that fabulous? Now, I can only do this in the U.S. I know that's sad. But even in the U.S., you guys should know I'm buying these books at the store, and I'm putting them in envelopes, and I'm putting stamps on them, and I'm mailing them to you out of my own special love and appreciation for all the people watching, listening, participating, because I think it's the right thing to do. I think prizes are fun. I don't have a team. Some people emailing me, and they're like, can you please tell your team, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, there's no team. It's me. So anyway, that's going to be the prize today. So if you're interested in that, I hope that you comment a lot. Right? Because we want you to be successful. So number 1, I told you there was going to be 6. Hopefully this is going the right direction. So the first tip I want to give you, the first sign, is maybe the most obvious one, weight loss. Are you losing weight? Yes or no? Yes? No? Yes? Okay, if you're losing weight, boom. Let's do a bell. That's a good sign. Yay! I know, I'm being kind of funny, but really, some people are like, well, how do I know if it's working? I'm like, step 1, weight loss. You're losing weight? Boom. You're doing everything right. So check that off the list. Now, it's normal for you to have some changes in your measurements as well. You might have a large weight loss that first week, and then it might kind of stagger off, and it might kind of upset you and scare you and confuse you. But then you might even notice that some of your measurements are changing. You might, for example, start to feel, let's see if I can find what I'm looking for. You might feel like, I don't feel as like bloated anymore. Do you notice that? That is a sign of success. So if that sounds like you and you are not feeling so like bloated and full of air, You're starting to have that clear thinking, more focused thought, more energy, less mood swings, less hunger. All of that is part of step 1. Check. So if you're step 1, give big thumbs up and write that in the comments. Now, if you're not feeling that magic, and then you're like, okay, now I'm a little worried. You know, I've heard about this magical thing called the whoosh. Have you guys heard about that? The magic whoosh, where all of a sudden it's like, psh, and all of a sudden you might have this experience. I know it's horrible, but all of a sudden you have people talk about the whoosh, where they suddenly lose a lot of weight. They might be urinating more often. They might just be passing that fat through their system. That's also normal too. People sometimes worry like, well, I didn't lose weight and then all of a sudden I lost a bunch. That's great. That's all the check marks of step number 1. So you're good. Don't worry. This is all good. Okay. I know I don't want you to be like, okay, what do I do about that? So let's move on to step 2. I know we're asking ourselves today, is there a right way to do keto and lose weight? Well, if you're not losing weight or you're having some challenges, I want to challenge you to cut your carbs. You're all, yeah, I did that, Stephanie. Okay, but how many did you cut? So if you're not losing weight, you might want to think about this. How many carbs are you currently eating? What kind of carbs? The quality of carbs? How often? If you're doing keto the quote unquote right way, you know, this is part of the process, is continuing to look at carbs, to examine them, to cut different things out, to try, to fail, to kind of go up and down. It's a process. It's not a magic number. But know this, at the very heart of the keto diet and weight loss and dirty lazy keto, at the very heart, it's getting rid of those yucky carbs. You want to cut out that high sugar, high flour, high carb food, all that stuff that caused you trouble to begin with. That's the heart of the keto diet. Cutting out those yucky carbs, getting down to only the good carbs, and that should be your love and focus. So lots of trimming, lots of cutting, right? It doesn't all happen at once. It's a process. But managing your carbs is really at the heart of the whole keto diet. So that's essentially number 2. When you get to that magic number just for you, restricting those carbs is going to help you to get into ketosis and to lose weight. That's number 1, right? So 1 and 2 are tied together. Hopefully that's helpful. Is it? Yes? You're all, no. Let me know in the comments if that's working for you. And let me know what you think about that. Do you have any questions? I'm here to help you guys. I want to pay it forward. I have figured this out for myself. And my goal in life is to just make this as simple as possible and boil it down to just the basics so I can help you do the same. That is my whole goal in life. That is why I don't sleep. That's why I'm up at the crack of dawn, you know, with my red eyes, like working on books and blogs and newsletters and materials and podcasts for you, because I just feel so passionately about this. I know it worked. It changed my entire life for the better, and it's helped so many thousands of people around the world. I want you to achieve those same results. So if you're still worried, even after all that excitement, how to do keto correctly, and you want to lose that weight, I'm going to give you another piece of advice. You ready? Stop getting so obsessed with fat. Here's a big giant tub of coconut oil that I bought on sale at Costco. Why? It's a little much. Didn't need this much, but I'm kind of glad I did, because now I have this wonderful visual aid to show. I think it's a mistake of number 3, where to do keto correctly, people think they have to eat so much fat. They're like, I'm having trouble getting my fats in. I have to get my fats in, my fat goals. Get rid of that thought. Cut it. The whole like obsession with fat thing, that's not the keto diet at all. I know, I'm a little controversial today. Remember, the heart of the keto diet, the heart about weight loss, the heart of this all is cutting your carbs. That's really the magic here. You know, the fat, the protein, that's all really secondary. You might disagree, but let me know in the comments what you think. It's okay to have your own opinion too. This is what my experience has been, and this is what I've seen help others get the best results, is when they stop obsessing about fat. They're not just eating fat for no reason. You know what I mean? They're not just like eating a spoonful of oil at the end of the night or putting it, fat bombs and things like that, just like fat. They're doing more of a different type of strategy. And what the strategy I see is more successful is when people do things like using fat to make healthy food taste better. For example, I'll give you an example. What does that mean, using fat to make healthy food taste better? Well, you might do something like a green bean, which is a carb food. It's got carbs. Don't be afraid of vegetable carbs. Those are your best friend. Here we have green beans, fresh green beans from Walmart. How sad. I have my glasses on and I still can't see the label. Let me try a different pair of glasses. Okay, here we go. I'm going to zoom in. All right, much better. So here we go. 4 grams of net carbs per serving, and a serving is 3/4 cup. So 4 grams of net carbs per serving. You would have these delicious green beans and then use a fat like butter to make this healthy net carb taste better. Get that? Butter, vegetable, it makes it taste better. I didn't eat just a spoonful of butter for no reason. I didn't add a bunch of fat just to coffee because someone told me I was supposed to. No. I did something more clever. I used fat to make healthy food taste better. And there's all sorts of ways you can do that. Can you think of another one besides butter and green beans? That's a pretty simple example. Can you come up with another one? Type it. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Another example of using fat to make healthy food taste better. I'll just share one more, but I'd like you guys to share as many as you can think of. And be simple. It doesn't have to be fancy. Here's another one. Salad, right? How many times have you gone out to eat and had a salad and they give you like a little teensy tiny bit of dressing and you're like, oh, heck no. You need some dressing to make that salad taste better, right? That's what makes it so fancy and fun and tasty and yummy. You want bacon on it. You want avocado on it. You want blue cheese. You want some kind of salad dressing. All these things, nuts, they make the salad or the vegetable part of the meal, which is your healthy carb, by the way, it makes it taste yummy and more tolerable. So I encourage you to kind of think of fat in a new way, less about being fat obsessed and more about how can I get myself to eat healthy food? Trick myself, if you need to, by using a little bit of fat. That's step 3. Is anyone doing step 1, 2, and 3 so far? Oh, gold star to you. Are you on the right track? Yes, it's good to have that reinforcement, isn't it? You feel like, I can do this. I should have had a superhero cape on today because it makes you feel empowered, yeah? At least that's how it is for me. Strategy number 4. You excited? If you don't like certain foods that are quote unquote associated with the keto diet, for example, eggs. A lot of people are like, oh, I hate eggs. Oh, they're so disgusting. Do you hate eggs? It's okay. Or you're like, oh, I hate avocados. Can't stand avocados. These are not requirements of the keto diet. Here's a fun fact for you. Don't eat them. You'll be miserable. Then you'll end up wanting to quit. So if you are eating foods that you like, and yes, that could include an egg if you like eggs, but if not, then no eggs. Same with any other food. Then you are making sense, right? So write that down. Tell yourself, if I don't like it, I don't have to eat it. Sure, you might have to eat some vegetables, but you're going to make fat to make those taste better, right? I know that one's a little tricky. But eat the foods that you like, otherwise you'll be miserable. That is a fun fact, and it's a great tip to do keto your way. I want you to do that. Do keto your way. Don't feel that pressure to have to be like other people. It never works out well. At least that's been my experience. Do you like these kind of common sense reminders? I know they're obvious. You're like, yeah, I know that, but. Well, if you like these common sense reminders, I try to put them in every video, but I do have one I think that will maybe resonate with you. I'll link it up next, and it's called The Best Way to Lose Weight in 2022. So I'll link that up next, The Best Way to Lose Weight. That way you can watch that right after. Number 5, there's a lot of people out there that will have these little gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? These little gimmicks, these little shortcuts. And they'll say to you, well, you have to use things like Himalayan pink salt to lose weight on the keto diet. You might like Himalayan pink salt. It might taste yummy to you, but it's not a requirement. No one said you have to have it. People might tell you, you have to run out and spend a bunch of money on Kerrygold Irish grass-fed butter from Ireland. And meanwhile, you're like, well, I buy mine at Costco or Walmart, and I don't think I want to buy this Irish Kerrygold butter. That's fine. You don't have to buy weird specialty ingredients. Or maybe you don't think this is weird. Maybe you're more of the camp where you think things like MCT oil. That's kind of a specialty keto item, right? There's so many people out there that are like, well, in order to do keto the correct way, you must put MCT oil in your coffee and make bulletproof coffee and pranker. Okay, let's just stop right there. I want to remind you that when you hear people going down that path, I want you to just stick on your earmuffs, put on your headphones, ignore them, put on those like noise canceling earphones and be like, sure. Because you don't need any of that stuff. If you want it, fine, but you don't need it. I'm going to emphasize this over and over again, especially when it comes to shenanigans. I think that ketones, supplements, all these like ketone exogenous drinks that are costing people an arm and a leg, I personally think those are all part of a multi-level marketing scheme designed to make someone rich. That's not me or you. I don't recommend these products. I don't think they're necessary. I think you should keep walking and delete those people from your email or your messenger or your Facebook friend list. Get rid of them. It's just going to cause you heartache and stress and worry. It's not needed. This is my experience, you guys. When you're worried about, is there a right way to do keto to lose weight? The one thing I know for sure, and this is tip number 6, is that when I was losing my 140 pounds, I learned the best way to approach this whole process of changing my life, changing my habits, doing keto the right way was to learn to do it the right way for me. And that didn't involve a bunch of like crash diet gimmicks and skimmicks and shenanigans and shortcuts and I got to do this and I got to do that and like blowing out your budget and meal delivery services and, being all stressed out all the time. What worked for me and what I suspect will work for you as well to lose that weight and to keep it off for good is to treat this more like a lifestyle. A lifestyle. Not like a short term, 1 day, 1 week, the wedding's coming up, I got to get in the dress type of thing. Treat it like a lifestyle. And I feel like then a little light's going to go off. I know. Isn't this so cute? Right? Like a light just goes off and it just keeps going and going and going and going. And the light bulb moments just keep coming and coming and coming. As you realize this is a permanent lifestyle change, the more and more willing you're going to be to take on things like, okay, I'll try that broccoli with Alfredo sauce, even though that sounds suspicious, or I'll try putting a little pesto on sliced cucumber, or what is Stephanie talking about putting Splenda and vinegar and feta cheese on cucumbers? She's crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I'm willing to have that light bulb go off for me and for you to think about the benefits way beyond weight loss and to start even looking at things like, what is this lifestyle giving to me? This is how I was able to convert it from this whole, I'm going to do this to lose weight, to I can do this forever. Because when you do this forever, things like, I can get on the floor and play with my kids. I don't have to use a CPAP machine to sleep at night. My skin is clearer. My hormone levels are stable. You don't have PCOS or you don't have like irregular periods or menopausal symptoms because finally you're eating in a way that is satisfying your hunger, that's eliminating those cravings, those ups and downs. You're having that less inflammation. Your joints aren't hurting. You're sleeping better. Your moods are stable. I mean, hello. I feel like I need a big megaphone. Do I have a big megaphone? I need one. Like ring the dong, ring the gong. I feel like it's just so exciting. And once that light bulb goes off, and that's tip number 6, is to approach this whole way of life as something you can do forever. And I think that will change your relationship with food. And it'll ultimately make you feel on top of the world. It'll make you feel like I am doing the keto diet, quote unquote, correctly. And you'll feel sassy and confident and ready to respond to anyone who accuses you of doing it the wrong way. So I hope that helps you guys. I just have so many resources to help you. I mentioned earlier that I'm always up at the crack of dawn working and improving things. I just recently redid my whole mailing list. I think I've had upwards of 50,000 people at one point on my mailing list. It goes up and down depending on the time of year and, different people's interest in trying to eat differently. Certainly at the beginning of the year versus the middle of the year. We all know that game, but you're welcome to join in at any time. Okay, so to get on the mailing list, It's just on the website. You go to the website, little thing pops up, you enter your email. It's Stephanie@dirtylazyketo.com is going to be the person emailing you. Okay. So sometimes people say, well, I went to your website, dirtylazyketo.com. The little thing came up. I entered my email and I never heard from you. And then I say, okay, this is how spam and junk work. You got to go to the spam and junk folder. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. You got to go to that spam and junk folder and look for it and type in, if you need to, Stephanie@dirtylazyketo.com, and it'll pull up the last email I sent you, and then you can move it to the right folder. So that's probably the most direct way to reach me and to get all of the information. You'll get stuff like every day or once a week. And here on the Facebook group, right? You got to get involved. You got to post and hopefully interact, because then the more you comment and engage, the more you're going to get out of it. The more posts are going to float up to the surface, the more conversations we're going to have together, the more you are going to walk away feeling like, I can do this, right? Because I just have so much to give you, and it's just a matter of giving you what you need when you need it. I really feel like Dirty Lazy Keto is the best program out there. I feel like it's flexible and it's easy to do, and you can do it forever, like I said. Now, you're not alone on this process. I want to reassure you. Should I get my poop hat out again? I'm going to be silly. I'm going to be funny. Bad jokes, mind you. I'll do the gong if need be. Lots of sound effects today, but I'm trying to keep things lively and fun and interesting. I'm trying to every week bring you a new topic, new information, new invigoration to help you get your spirits up and to get through those tough moments. So make sure you're on that mailing list, okay? Check your email, the junk folder. Make sure that you sign up, dirtylazyketo.com. And then if you don't see the emails, you go to your junk folder and you search Stephanie@dirtylazyketo.com. And then you'll find all those emails I've been sending you are just hiding. So you can do this, you guys. You ready for some big claps? I'm here to support you. You are not alone. And let's congratulate you for making the step to be here today. So clap, clap, clap. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. And do not forget to comment. Say something nice. Say hello. Say anything that you want about how awesome you are doing in Dirty Lazy Keto, because I'm going to pick a winner, right, from our comment section for a free copy of the Dirty Lazy Keto Get Started book. So good luck, and I hope that you win, and I appreciate that you came today.